Hello everyone and welcome to the Oregon Zoo's Beaver Lodge. My name is Celeste. Before we get started, I want to give a special shout out. Happy 11th birthday to Larissa Mallon. And like I said, my name is Celeste. I'm one of the keepers here at the Oregon Zoo. I work with the native North American species. What you're seeing now is our two North American beavers. Filbert is our male. He's a little bit larger. He's got a little bit wider face. He's 8 years old, so he is an adult. And then our newest member is Maple. She's our female. She's 4 years old, and she's a little bit smaller. I think her face looks kind of squirrely. She's got just more delicate features, a little bit narrower face. She's really cute. She just arrived here maybe a month or so ago. From a park up in Washington called Northwest Trek, and her and Filbert get along fantastically. Their introduction went beautifully, and they like to snuggle and hang out together quite a bit. And we hear little happy sounds coming from them quite a bit, where they're just grooming each other, and they do these little low groan sounds. They're like little happy sounds.
So Dylan's asking, where do beavers live?
Hi Dylan. Beavers live in ponds and wetlands, and they love the water. They're safest in the water from the land predators, and they're really slow moving, so they can move a lot faster in the water as well.
So what are beavers? What family of animal are they?
Beavers are rodents, so just like rats and mice. They're actually the second largest rodent in the world. They are the largest rodents found in North America.
So Teddy is asking, when do they go swimming?
Teddy, they swim pretty much all the time when they're awake. These guys are what's called nocturnal. That's Maple. They're nocturnal, which means they're more active at night when it's dark. So it's pretty rare to see them up and around during the day. But when they are awake, they're probably 99% of the time you're going to see them in the water. That's where they're safe.
Oliver's asking, what do beavers eat?
Hi, Oliver. Beavers eat all different kinds of plants, aquatic species of plants like water lilies, skunk cabbage. Their favorite food in the wild is the soft layer of material just underneath the bark of trees and tree branches. It's called cambium. Cambium? It's hard to say, sorry. It's C-A-M-B-I-U-M, cambium. But that's their favorite little snack. And they also eat all different kinds of tree leaves. Their favorites are aspen and willow and maple.
So for those tuning in, Sean is just asking, and a couple others, how old are these beavers?
Hi, Shauna. Filbert, our male, is 8 years old. He's going to be 9 here in about 10 days. His birthday's coming up pretty soon. And then Maple, our female, is 4 years old.
Arthur's asking, how long are their teeth?
Arthur, that is a great question. Their teeth are very long. We don't measure them, but they grow their whole life. They're constantly growing because they chew down thick trees. And if you've ever tried to bite a tree, it's pretty hard. So they wear down their teeth pretty regularly on that wood. So that's why their teeth are growing their whole life.
Tova is asking, what are they eating right now?
Tova,
Yeah.
they are eating some biscuits, which are pretty standard for rodents. It's good for their teeth. They're getting some fresh produce, which is, today it's apples, yam, and carrot, which, just like us, they like the sweeter ones. So I would say their favorite of that is probably the apple. But they get different variety of produce every day.
Sammy and Braden are asking, why do beavers make dams?
That's a good question. So dams are very important for the beaver. So that's how they live in them. They build a lodge. The dam stops the water so that because they are safer in the water, they're trying to maximize the amount of water that they have to live in, so that they can get to trees and different food items. And when they're in the water, they can stay away from predators like wolves, bears, wolverines, fishers, all those kinds of critters that to them a beaver would make a really tasty snack. So they're going to try to stay in the water. So they build the dam to slow down the water and make it kind of flood out into a wetland or a pond, and then they can access more trees without having to leave the water.
Trisha's asking, why do they tail slap?
They tail slap. There's actually, the main reason for the slapping is an alarm. So it's kind of an alert system to warn other beavers in the area that there's a predator or some possible danger nearby.
So Heidi is wanting to know, what sounds do they make?
Heidi, they make little like squeaky sounds and little grunts and groans. They don't make a lot of sounds. They'll sometimes make like a huff. It's almost like a heavy breathing, kind of like Darth Vader, if they're annoyed or upset about something.
Rosie's asking, is their fur water repellent?
Yes, Rosie, the fur is very good at keeping them dry and warm. Unfortunately for them, that's why they were hunted almost to extinction in North America back in the 1800s. Their fur is almost too good as a repellent and keeping them warm. The interesting thing is they have 2 layers of fur. They have little hooks at the end of the hairs so that they stick together, almost like Velcro, and that keeps them dry and warm. And then they also secrete an oil that's kind of like a water-resistant, like kind of if you spray water-resistant spray on your coats or your shoes, that's the kind of oils similar to that they have in their fur.
Nolan is asking, what kind of predators do beavers have?
Nolan, they have all kinds of predators. So anything that eats meat will try to eat a beaver. They have some good fat in there, so they probably are pretty tasty, and they're slow moving, and beavers don't see very well. So when they're out of the water, they're really easy prey. So everything that we have here in the Northwest, so cougars, even a bobcat, wolves, foxes, wolverines, fishers, all different kinds of carnivores are, if they come across a beaver, they're gonna try to eat one.
So Kristen and Lily and a couple other folks are asking, why do they have this big, fat, flat tail?
Their tail is really, really unique in the animal kingdom. They have that wide, flat tail is fat storage. That's one of the main things that they use it for. So when they're in the winter, they'll store that fat there. And they also, the wide surface is a good way, the more surface area, better for heat exchange, and they can also stay cool in the summer. And then they also use it as a rudder. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with boats, but boats often have a rudder on the back, and it's shaped very similarly to a beaver tail. And that's how they basically can change direction pretty quickly in the water while they're swimming. And then also for that alarm call. So when they slap that flat tail on the water, it makes a really loud noise that alerts everyone else around that there might be a predator or something scary nearby.
James is asking, where in the world do they live?
These specific beavers are North American beavers. So everywhere in North America you can find them, which is all of the United States, Canada, all of North America.
And Kristen is asking about beavers' lifespan.
Their lifespan, on average, in the wild is about 10 to 20 years. Anytime they live in human care, like here with us at the Oregon Zoo, because they don't have predators, they have a regular food supply, and they have really good health care. We usually end up doubling their lifespan, so they can probably live into their 20s, maybe early 30s.
So, you want to see if these beavers want to go for a swim?
Yeah, let's go out. We'll see if they follow us out to the exhibit, and we'll see if we can get them in the water. Follow me. So you may see some of our staff wearing masks. It's just an extra precaution. All of our staff and animals are safe and healthy. It's just another part of that physical distancing that we're trying to practice to keep everyone safe during the COVID-19 times.
So where are we now, Celeste?
This is the main exhibit of the beaver's home. So this is the 2 pools that you'll see when you come to the public area through the Cascade building. My coworker Michelle is just trying to call the beavers out of the lodge. This time of day, because they are nocturnal, they're less likely to be up and around this time of day. They really like their dark, cozy lodge. And they sleep a lot during the day, but we'll see if they want to come out and join us. If not, then we will just go back to their lodge.
So Carol is asking, how can you tell the difference between the two?
Their main difference is size. It's kind of like if you have, say you have two identical cats at home. To everyone else, they're like, oh my gosh, they look identical. How can you tell them apart? But to you, it seems really obvious because you know their behaviors and you just know them really well. So we get to know these guys really well, and just slight differences in their physical appearance. Maple, our female, has kind of a smaller, more delicate featured face. Filbert just has kind of a more round, robust face.
Well, you wanna go take a couple more questions by the lodge?
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go back into the lodge.
Okay.
It seems like they don't want to come out. If they do want to come out, they usually come out right away.
Oh, you can.
So Michelle's just going to go back over to the lodge and see if they want some dandelion greens. So that's another type of green plant material that they really like. They like lettuce. So we offer them different kinds of leafy greens like lettuce, so either romaine or iceberg. And also these are dandelion greens. We give them all different kinds of stuff. We also give them what we call browse. It's basically just branches from around the zoo that we have an awesome team of horticulture staff. And horticulture just means that they take care of plants.
Steggy is asking if they like to slide down those waterfalls into the pool.
Steggy, that's a funny question. I wish they did. That would be really fun to watch. We have not seen them really slide down any of the waterfalls. The beavers, kind of their natural drive is to stop the flowing of water. So a lot of times they'll just like shove logs and stuff on the waterfall areas to keep the water from flowing.
So Celeste, beavers have a kind of interesting conservation story. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so beavers back in the 1800s were hunted really extensively. It kind of is why the West was kind of civilized and why people traveled west when they first came to the Americas. There's a European beaver that was used and hunted pretty expansively back then. They almost wiped them out across Europe because they make top hats. So all those fancy top hats that people used to wear back then, those were made from beaver fur. And so when the Americas were discovered, they found this huge population of beavers. Beavers can actually form ponds and wetlands up to 250 acres across and sometimes up to 20 lodges just for one beaver family. So they were all over North America. So they started hunting them for the top hats, and that's actually why people kept going west across the United States, was to hunt more beavers. So unfortunately for the beavers, that wiped out their numbers quite a bit, especially in the southern United States. But we have since brought their populations back up. There's probably about 12 million beavers in North America right now.
So why are beavers so important?
They are called the engineers of the wild. So they build these huge, extensive wetlands and ponds and all different kinds of dams and lodges. By doing this, they create all kinds of homes for different animals. There's actually certain kinds of toads that are only found in beaver ponds. Same with like a lot of birds, like great blue herons, moose in certain parts of North America. Anytime people are looking for moose, to see moose in the wild, they just find a beaver pond or a beaver lodge, and they know that they'll see moose nearby. And then once the beavers leave their lodge to find another lodge, the water will eventually go away, and different shrubs and stuff will grow, creating a completely different habitat. And then you'll have animals like wolves, foxes, different animals like that will take over those lodges and use them as dens. So they create all different kinds of homes and habitats for other animals. They're also important in keeping the water clean. So when they build that lodge, they actually are building up the soil, and that is a great filtration device. So by the time the water trickles down to us, where we can use it for drinking water and other things like that, it's much more clean.
I think we'll take one last question here from Carol. She's asking, what is their favorite treat?
Their favorite tree, these particular beavers seem to really enjoy aspen, willow, and maple.
Or treat.
Oh,
Sorry.
treat.
Yeah.
Their favorite treat is definitely apple or pear. No more questions? All right, so thank you everybody for joining us. We have a link down below on this post. If you guys follow that link, you'll find all kinds of different beaver activities. And a great way to help the Oregon Zoo from home, since we're all practicing social distancing right now, is to go to oregonzoo.org/donate. And that's a really great way you can help us take care of the animals. And we have all different kinds of activities as well on our website so that you can learn more about beavers at home.
Thanks, Celeste.